Woozy, play that intro music.
What it do? This is Alabama's own Woozy White Boy, and y'all tuned in to the Scotty P Show.
You dig?
I fucking know. Sad intro. We lost my boy Tua, roll tide anyway, but let's talk. Miami Dolphins at the Seattle Seahawks for an afternoon matchup. Miami's first game away from home this season. Now I told y'all we were going to have a little fun each week, and whoever's team we're playing and my homies were their fans, we'll talk about them a little bit. So let's get into that. We got Seth, my homeboy, and his big brother Sean, my homeboy, Huntsville, Alabama, Butler High folks, and Kimberly. Who's Kimberly? You say? Oh, that's Sean's wife, the mother of his kids, a beautiful family they have, 2 daughters they're raising. They're down there in South Alabama, I believe. Those are my motherfucking homies. Also, Kimberly has one of the most gangster pics ever taken. Matter of fact, Eddie, can you put that on the screen for us? Oh, yeah, that's the homie V right there. That's Kim in the middle looking gangster. Yeah, that's me. I don't know why we all look so mad, but it is what it is. Oh, Kim loves when I show that picture, whether it be social media or anything on the interweb. She absolutely loves it. Then I got 2 of my good friends that I'm going to watch the game with Sunday at the beach, right next to the water. That way at halftime, we could walk out, put our toes in the sand, roll up some of that good, smoke a little, pass, toke a little, pass, smoke a little more, and then we walk right back in and watch the second half. I got Jennifer Cazzoli. They call it cannoli because of that sweet, creamy filling she got in the middle. That girl's gorgeous from head to ankle bone. I got Callista the Barista, a.k.a. Callie.
Big booty hoes, help with it.
Now let's talk some football. We got no Tua this week. Tua got knocked out against the Buffalo Bills. Another concussion. Damn, dog. He ran into Damar Hamlin, of all people, to get that concussion. Now we got, and I say we because I'm talking about me and Jennifer, Jen Lynn Meadows, Kansas State Wildcats, Skylar Thompson as our backup quarterback. He's going to be in this game. Jen loves having Skylar Thompson in Miami because as much as I joke about her having those Roll Tide, Alabama, houndstooth pillowcases and sheets, she really does have them. I just like to joke about her having them. Under those pillowcases, under those sheets, she's got some orange Miami Dolphins gear. Jen, you know you do. Don't even fucking lie. She loves the Dolphins, man. And these are winnable games. Skylar Thompson can win us these 4 games. At least the 4 games. 2 might be out more than that, but at least these 4. These are winnable. I originally thought about how strong Skylar Thompson's arm is and how weak we've talked about Tua's arm being over the past few years. But Tua overthrew Tyreek a few times this year. Now, he lost the weight so he could get out and scramble and be evasive some more, and he absolutely was there. He had some good runs in the first 2 games, escaping the pocket and picking up first downs. But I originally was worried that with that weight loss, he was going to lose some of his arm strength. But as I said, he overthrew Tyreek Hill twice, so I'm just going to say he didn't lose a bunch of arm strength, but it's all good. We're going to see what Skylar Thompson does. The O-line is going to need to play much better this week. Not that they ever play very well, but this week they are going to have to play particularly well. And for the upcoming games that they're going to have Skylar at the quarterback, they're going to need to give him a lot of time. So we can just, right here, give him that time. Let him read the field. Let him go through his progressions. Or at least give him enough time so he can do a light scramble, get outside, hit the cheetah or hit the penguin on one of their routes or when they're getting free. He needs to be able to do that because, damn, Seattle's front gets at the quarterback, and they're a very good crew. Seattle is 2-0 after beating Vic's Donks, after beating fuckfaces Patriots. Geno Smith against the Patriots went 33 of 44, 327 yards, a touchdown, and no picks. But they did let up 185 yards on the ground, so best believe Miami knows that, and in their game plan, we're going to be giving it to Achane to get some yards. And then he's respecting him on the run. You better watch him sliding out to the side and catching the passes. I'm sure he's averaging about 10 yards a reception this year. Also, Seattle let New England have 100 yards from their tight end, Jonnu Smith. Let's see if we're going to use him this year. Let's see if we're going to get him some touches and bring him into this game. The Dolphins played horrible against Buffalo. Horrible. I know You know, we know, they know, the millions. And millions of them Scotty P Show fans all around Miami, Florida, and Buffalo, New York know that Miami played absolutely awful against them Bills. Them 3 picks from Tua, even though 2 weren't his fault. 1 hit the shoulder pad of the receiver. Why was he not looking for the ball? You're the receiver. The ball's being thrown to you. It hit you in the shoulder pad. That's your fault. The other one went right over his head because he ran a wrong route. Those 2 weren't on Tua. The third one was he was about to get sacked. He tried to throw the ball away. That weak arm, pick 6, goes back to the house. Cool. We're down 3 scores. Game's over. Fuck that. Here we go. Right at the same point where we were against Jacksonville looking bad, and then we came back and won that game. That's where we were. Miami made a tough drive down the field. We're running the ball hard. We're fucking running slants to the receivers. We're hitting a couple big plays, but we are making play after play after play. The crowd's getting hyped. Miami finally looks like they're back in the game. Tua takes that snap, drops back, and then he runs a little bit, ends up hitting Damar Hamlin, knocks him out. He gets a concussion. He's out of the game. Miami just feels sad. The whole city, the whole fan base, we all know what the deal is. We thought he might retire after that. We didn't even want to go to that part, and we were just happy that we got to see him get up and walk off the field on his own, even though he was looking dead behind the eyes like Britney Spears when she's doing her knife dance videos. But we did see him healthy, and that made us happy. But at that point, we knew that shit was over. Even with Skyler coming in, even with the momentum we had going, we knew that was it right there. And the field was messed up. I'm not giving us an excuse on that. I'm not giving us an excuse for a bad field. The Buffalo Bills had 11 people on the field. We had 11 people on the field at all moments. They both played on the same terrain. So I'm not blaming it on that. We were losing the game. We were getting our ass kicked, man. I'm just saying, our offense is predicated on some speed, some accuracy, some cuts, and some timing. We couldn't get that going. Now we're going to Seattle. See, Miami, it rained a couple nights before, so the field was all wet and slick, and it just was horrible. Now we're going up to Seattle, another place where it rains all the motherfucking time. But the forecast, according to Gary Dobbs and them, if you're from Huntsville, Alabama, you know who Gary Dobbs is. He said there's no rain in Seattle this weekend, so we should have a dry field to play on. And in addition to Skylar Thompson, Jen's Skylar Thompson, Kansas State Wildcat Skylar Thompson, we got another Kansas State Wildcat on the other side of the ball. One of Jen's absolute favorite players, Tyler Lockett. Give it to Lockett. Will be out there. So I know she's undecided. I know she's wavering back and forth between who she should go for. And I get you, Jen, but you know you're a Miami Dolphins fan. We already went over you having your sheets and your pillowcases under your Roll Tide sheets and pillowcases. But the matchup that we all want to see, even if you're not a fan of either of these teams, even if you're not a fan of football, if you're a fan of drama, if you're a fan of some fighting and some arguments and some beef going on, you best watch out for this Jalen Ramsey and DK Metcalf matchup. Man, Jalen Ramsey was with the Rams for a few years, so they played each other twice each season. Always fun, always some chirping, always some battling, some physical confrontations going on. Oh, that's going to be a fun matchup to watch. Even if you ain't going to watch the football game, I bet if you watch SportsCenter later on, you're going to see some highlights of them two going at it. Oh, that's going to be absolutely fun. So how do I see this game going? Miami's going to have a tough time playing their backup quarterback. And on the other side of the ball is Geno Smith. West Virginia, Uncle Phil, West Virginia. He's a veteran. He ain't going to make too many mistakes. He probably ain't going to turn the ball over. He's going to have that shit under control. That crowd's going to be hell. Everybody knows the Seattle Seahawks crowd is one of the best in all of sports. The 12th man. Y'all know my favorite number's 12. They're trying to hold the number 12 against me. But what this game is going to come down to is Jen's boy, Mr. Kansas State himself, Mr. Skylar Thompson. That boy's going to come in and wreck the game. And even though Seattle's favored at 5 and they're at home and they got the 12th man, they ain't ready for Skylar coming through. He's coming through to deliver this upset. So y'all know who to give me. Give me them Miami Dolphins, baby.